Howdy everybody, my name is Winded Ranger and I'm back with another vlog slash response video. I had a comment from one of my friends that she's trying to get her YouTube channel started, and to help her, I'm gonna give her a shout out and put her a link down below. Her name is Stephanie, and she only has a welcome video out right now. She asked me for her help on what she thinks she should do, and so I'm just gonna go through the things that I use and the things that I do to get the best out of my videos. The first thing is background. That's a major thing if you're going to do visual stuff. If you're just going to do auditory commenting, it's not that big of a deal to have a backdrop because you can just sit there with a microphone and record. You don't have to care about what you look like, what you're wearing, what the background's like, nothing like that. All I have is a frame that's built from gardening sticks and zip ties, and then I have a bed sheet flung over that, and then it's just clamped with those little plastic clamps that you can get from just Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever you can get clamps from. You can use clothespins if you don't have any of those. Those work great too. One big thing besides background and appearance is your software and your hardware. First thing I'm going to go over is your software. I run 2 things of software, really 3 if you want to count the third one. The first one is your main editing software. That's where you put everything together, you put all your clips together, and you edit everything down, and then you render it out. The software that I use is Camtasia. It's not a free software, but since I'm on a Windows computer, I have to have something. I can't just use iMovie, and I don't know if iMovie is paid or not. I haven't gone into that. But if you're on Windows, then Camtasia is amazing. If you're on a Mac, then iMovie's fine. Or if you want to get Camtasia for Mac, that's fine too. They have those there too. I really love Camtasia. All the things it can do, all the things that you don't think it can do, but then when you go into it and you try different things out and you just play around with the software, it can really do a lot. It can do green screening, it can do just editing, noise removal, audio, ups, downs, multi-layering. I also use that for thumbnailing. That's a different point that I'm going to get into later. The second software that I use is Audacity. Right now I have Audacity running. It's what's recording my microphone. My camera microphone is recording my voice, but I take that out and I sync it with my microphone that I've got specifically for recording audio. This is, as I've said before in my videos, it's a Blue Snowball. It's great. It's the cheaper end one. There's the Blue Yeti, which I really want to get and I'm going to try to upgrade to. This one is great if you just want to sit back wherever you are. If you're over here, you can put the microphone anywhere, and as long as you speak up, you like project your voice a little bit, it'll pick up everything and it'll be clear, everything like that. Also, what I love Audacity for is if you hit the record button and you have to be completely silent, don't move, don't even breathe if you have to, and it's just 5 seconds. And that'll record all the background noise, all the background fans. I have my computer fan going, I have a cooling system fan going, and then you just have little things like the little movements of the chair or just breathing and stuff like that. That'll get taken care of in the end when you edit it out, and you can do noise removal and stuff like that. Now, getting on to hardware, the camera is really important. If you have a good camera on your computer and that's what you want to use, perfect. What I like to do is I like to have a separate camera. I'm using a camcorder right now. It's an old camcorder. It's not the greatest thing in the world. And I have that so I can have my camera here. And then my computer is over here so I can see the screen of the Audacity. And then for gaming, I have a TV screen up here, and that allows me to have just a whole bunch of customization and everything, so I don't just have to have the computer right in front of me and record it that way. Also, with the camera, with a lot of cameras that are coming out now, they have a ton of settings and a ton of different zoom levels and everything like that. You can get that out of a computer webcam. Just, in my opinion, it's not the greatest quality. And if you want to use a phone and put your phone up on like a tripod or something, or get a selfie stick and mount that or something, that's great. I have a 15 megapixel camera on my phone, but only a 8 megapixel camera on my camcorder, so it makes a big difference. I'm trying to upgrade camera, but this isn't about me. This is about her. Microphone's really important. I've touched on this before previously in this video of the blue snowball. That's very important. Also, you don't want to sit in a room with hardwood walls or like a tiled wall or a hardwood floor, something like that. The acoustics and your voice will bounce off everything, and it could give you an echoey effect. If you want to sit in like a closet with clothes, or have clothes around, or have sound padding that you can buy, and it's not that expensive, or if you want to get a bunch of padding, and again, it'll go into the $60 range because it's an investment. It's all how good you want your videos to be. If you want your videos to be exceptionally good, if you want them to be top of the line, then invest as much as you want in it. If you're starting out, I would strongly disagree with you investing on top of the line equipment. I'd get started with okay equipment and see how that goes. If your channel takes off, or if you feel like it's going to, or even if you want to get into serious recording and just come out with everything, then get higher equipment. And with channels, another thing that, and I'll come into this later, is being real. Being real with your viewers. You can be as fake as you want to please viewers, but then you have to put on like a two-face mentality when you're recording versus when you're in person. And then when you meet people, or if you see friends that are there, they're like, this isn't you. Why isn't this you? Also, it puts a lot of stress on you of being fake. And when you're real, you can just express with people. I'll come back to that in a little bit. I've already talked about my microphone recording software. It goes to the Audacity thing again. Notes. Notes are very important. I have my notes portrayed on my screens, and that's what I keep looking up for. Notes help you give yourself a script. You don't have to type out an entire script, because then you're scripted and it's not whatever you think of comes to mind. If you need a script, then use a script. If you can just think on the fly, then go ahead. But if you're afraid that you're going to repeat yourself like I do all the time if I don't have notes or I don't have a script, then create a script and then just go down the list and talk about that. And if you go out of order, just keep that mental note. Also, connections. Connections in two senses. The first is connection with your audience, making a connection, being real, being emotional, being able to connect with them, in a way that you don't seem that you can't make a mistake. You're perfect, and just everything. If you're playing video games, I'll use this video game reference because that's what I know. If you're playing a video game and you die all the time, and you get a couple kills here and there, and you edit all the deaths out, so then it looks like you're just going kill after kill after kill. To me, it makes people think that I have to be like them. They're perfect. They never die. They never do anything wrong. When if you show that you do make mistakes, you do die, or you edit things and you keep a couple mistakes in there, you show that you're fallible, I think is the word. Yeah. Or is it infallible? Anyway, when you show that you can make mistakes, it just connects. Like when I'm watching somebody and I look that they're fake, they can't make a mistake, the recording is perfect. It's not the same feeling that when they open up or they make mistakes, and because not everybody's perfect. I make mistakes all the time. My recording is crap in some places and it's good in other places. You have your strengths and weaknesses. The other part of connections is your connections for your setup. My connections, because I'm trying to get the best quality out of it, is I have gold-plated USB 3.0 and braided connections. This just gives me the longest last out of everything and the best quality, because the gold-plated makes it faster. That's just something that you have to play around with, and I'm more than welcome. I'm more than happy to give people suggestions on products they should have, and hearing their scenario and giving them my experience with it. I don't have a ton of experience, but I have enough that I feel like I can give somebody advice. Your intro and your outro. The first 30 seconds is statistically the most important. Your outro is just the thing to just seal your video altogether. If you just end on saying, have a nice day, and you end it, that's fine. That's perfect. But if you just end it talking, like ending on a point like, hey, you should use Audacity, cut. Okay, that's like a cliffhanger. And if you ever watch a movie, I hate cliffhangers, and I know a lot of people do. That's a cliffhanger. If you're saying you should use Audacity and then you cut it. Like, okay, why? Why should I use Audacity? Why should I use this instead of just recording it on my computer and editing it down? Like that. Why should I get more into it? And your outro doesn't really make too much of a difference. Mine is something where it gives you what's coming next. It gives them like an ability like, okay, I can look forward to that. Also, it has a have you seen this? It's promoting my other videos to try to like get people like, oh, I like that video. Let me go watch this video. It has a little graphic thing going on in the background just to give it more life. And then it has a little thing of me air drumming, just showing that I'm not afraid of the camera. I'm not afraid of doing something that I think people would make fun of me for or think that it's stupid. Another really important thing is purpose. You have to have a purpose when you're doing YouTube. YouTube takes a ton of time. 85% of my time is through YouTube. It's either recording, editing, or planning. Planning, in my experience, isn't that big of a deal. I mean, I'm not planning all that much. I write notes, I plan the videos, I plan what I'm going to talk about, and stuff like that. And that comes into planning and purpose. But you have to have a purpose. You have to have something inside of you that tells you, I want to do this. You have to have that driving force in you to keep going. And you'll get comments when you take off. I should stop saying if, because it's very like, well, if he's just saying if, then there's a possibility of I won't. If you give your videos enough time, they will take off. And they will get recognized. They will do that. People will respect that you've been going at it for a long time. Keep going. You've pedaled through all the hard times. And it also, I found it helps with just life experiences. When you're having a down day, you got to know that whatever you're doing that day that you're not getting recognized for will get recognized eventually. Emotion is another big point. You have to have emotion in your voice. You have to have that like pizzazz to your voice. You have to show people that you care about what you're talking about. You're not just a robot that doesn't really care about what you're talking about, and this is the only thing that you really care about talking, and you don't care if the people think you're happy or think you're boring or anything like that. You have to have emotion. You have to have, I talk with my hands, I raise my voice up and down, and just, I interact. I try my best to do that, and in some parts it's harder than others, but you'll find that out, and you'll find what you need to do, what you need to focus on, stuff like that. Topic of a video is very important. You have to go into a video and specify what you're going to talk about. Talk about your recording setup. Talk about what I need to do better. Talk about what you need to do. Talk about the games. Anything like that, you have to have a purpose to do that. I said purpose, but you have to have a topic to do this. If you go through your video and you just jump from topic to topic to topic to topic, and you just skip around, you're going to lose your audience, or you're going to lose your viewer, because they're going to be like, what are you talking about? You were just talking about this, and you're going to that, and I thought this was a video about that. Because your title can only really say one thing. You can't list all of the topics, because one, it's boring to watch one video of all the different topics and have to sit through the beginning or skip around to get to the part that you're really interested in. And also, it gives you more ability to make more videos. If you have a bunch of topics that you want to talk about, break them up into different videos. There's nothing wrong with that. The last thing is thumbnailing. Thumbnailing is important. If you record a video and then you upload it, YouTube is going to give you thumbnail options. But if you really want to find a video, not find a video. If you really want people to find your video, like they're looking through the search results, they find a video that is just of a person doing an awkward thing, and then you have a text line. And then you have a video right below it where it has a nice background. It has a nice like clip art of your face or something like that. Like mine have a background. It has a little cutout part of my face smiling, and then it has the text, or it'll have a couple images on it. It looks more professional, so people are gonna more likely choose that video to watch over another video. So I've been going along about what you should do, and I haven't really talked about what you've been doing well. I watched your welcome video, and I had a couple great points. The first is you know what you're doing. You know what your topic is about. You know that you should be real with the people. I get the sense that you're not doing this for the fame or the money or anything like that. You're doing it because you feel like it. You feel like you want to do it, so you're doing it. And I like that. Also, with the whole like, commenting, subscribe thing, it's okay to put it out there to say to them, but you shouldn't force it. And I'm not saying you're forcing it at all. I'm not saying that. But just be careful when you say it to not make people think that that's all you want. You want the subscribers and you want the likes and stuff like that. And you understand, and you've said this, and I haven't said this in any of my videos, and I give you complete credit for this, but it is all about the viewers. The viewers make YouTube. If we didn't have viewers, then there'd just be videos and nobody to watch them, and there'd be no growth in anything. The main point of YouTube is to make videos for other people to see, and you've said this, and I'm just repeating what you're saying. But if you get views and you get subscribers, think of them in a good way, and don't compare yourself to other YouTubers. Don't compare yourself to the people that have like multi-million followers and subscribers and stuff like that. If you think about it this way, and my dad said this to me, and it really helped. I started out with 0 subscribers. I have 12 now. That is 12 times the amount of subscribers I had in the beginning. That's a positive way of thinking about it. And if you don't get subscribers right away, don't worry about it. You're not gonna like take off overnight. It's not, unless you have something amazing that's a viral video, then it'll take time. Also, don't do YouTube if you just want to have a thing, you just want to have a channel, you just want to be out there. YouTube takes a lot of time, and you got to be like repetitive about it. I try to put out at least a video a day, and if I don't put out a video a day, I try to make up for that in the following days. Because if people watch a video and then it takes forever for you to put out another video, then they're going to lose interest in your channel. And I know you're saying how you need to think of a topic for your video, and that's fine. That's what I had to do in the beginning. Sit down with a schedule and write out what you think would be good, and get opinions from everybody. Stuff like that. This video is going on a lot longer than I wanted it to, and there's a lot more that I can say, and I'll tell you that without the video, because it'll go on forever. And if you have questions, or even if you, the person I'm talking about, Stephanie, even if you're not the one that has questions for me, even if you're one of the random viewers, or you're one of my other friends that want advice on how to do a YouTube channel, go ahead, send me a message, comment something, or ask me to watch a video and comment on it. I'd be happy to do that. I don't want the channel just to be of me. I want it to be of you, because as Stephanie has said, and as I would like to say, the point of YouTube is the viewers. So with that final note, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Stephanie, for sending me the video. It's a great video. I loved watching it. I was really interested in it. And just, you did a great job. I'll leave that with you. And again, if you have any comments, just send them my way. And if you like the video, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.